30th annual Christmas in July. Can't even believe that. Angela Ulahojun, you are back.
Hi,
Hello again. You've been very busy this morning from Bethlehem Lights, and now we have for you a beautiful tree at, quite frankly, an unbelievable value. Because whether you decide to go for the 5-foot, whether you go for the 6.5-foot, or whether you go for the 7.5-foot, you are able to save hundreds of dollars on these trees today. This one is H209272, 40% off. And we have them for you if you'd like them in the 5-foot. We have them in both the multi and in the clear. Same situation here for the 6-foot, 6.5-foot, I should say, the multi and the clear. And then we also have the 7.5-foot option in the multi and the clear. Here's how the pricing breaks down, by the way. Also available for you on reduced shipping and handling. We have the 5-foot for you today, 6 easy payments of less than $30. That 6.5-foot, 6 easy payments of $41.50. And then the 7.5-foot, 6 easy payments of $44.83. Comparable retail value saves you anywhere from $179 to I'm looking at this and squinting. The comparable retail value versus the sale price saves you hundreds of dollars. That's what I'm like, I wrote that note yesterday. It is correct. No needles to worry about. You don't have to go out and trudge through bad weather. We're going to ship it right to your house, right to your door. And this is the beauty and the technology of Bethlehem Lights.
It really is. And so this is our noble spruce tree, which is our most lush. It's our best-selling tree, and it's just going to be the focal point in your home. So beauty always comes first to us at Bethlehem Lights. We want to make sure that you have a beautiful, lush, full tree. The second and the most exciting part about this tree is that we have combined the beauty of incandescent, fiery, original lights with the functionality that you would typically get in LED lights. And so normally you would have to compromise. Do I want LEDs and the functionality, or do I want incandescent? And we combine them both, and it is so much fun. It's a beautiful tree, and I'm so excited that we created it.
Well, and I'll tell you what, I don't know if I'm old or old school, or perhaps a bit of both, but I really have to say there's something about that incandescent light.
There is.
That is that Christmas memory come to life every single year.
I totally agree. There's something to say about that true fiery glow. Whether it's the warm white or it's our 5-color multi, it's this beautiful glow. The bulbs actually reflect off of the green, so you're going to see that light just shine through and just illuminate the entire tree, because the lights are professionally strung, so they're actually strung in and out of the green, so you're not going to see wires, you're not going to see any mess. There's 234 lights on just this 5-foot tree, and that's a whole lot of lights on just the 5-footer.
Well, and we say 5 feet. This is 5-foot top to bottom, including the stand, right?
Yes.
Very, very nice. If you are looking for a tree, maybe for a little corner in the dining room, or maybe you want to put a tree in the basement, or you want to put a tree somewhere where you haven't put one before. Maybe you're looking for your everyday Christmas tree because you know what? You're tired of having to go out and cut one down. You're tired of having the fights about stringing the lights, and you want it all done for you. What I'm noticing here, we were just talking with Rachel Pavis about every tree always has an empty spot. Not on these. This is lush and full and beautiful.
They really are. And so this is almost like a decorator's dream, because all of the tips are very sturdy, and so you're going to be able to put ornaments and all of your original things that you typically would put on a tree. But if you just want to have a beautiful tree, this is a standalone piece. It's beautiful, it's lush, you're not going to see any holes or gaping, and all of the lights are evenly dispersed. 60% of this tree is actually made of those really high-end molded tips that you're seeing right there.
Nice.
So they just give a really lifelike appearance and just makes this tree come to life.
The 7.5-foot has been our most popular. 585 lights on that 7.5-foot. The 6.5-foot tree has 468 lights. And then you said on the 5-foot, it's what, 234 lights,
yes.
Correct?
Yeah. And so right now what you're seeing is just the different functions that we have. So there's densely layered foliage, what I was talking about before. So there's the molded tips, there's different greens. Swift lock technology. So this is the technology that allows us to be able to have incandescent lights and the functionality. So the molded tips is great. You're seeing some of the functions right now, and I'll show you in a minute. So we have twinkle and glisten functions, so you can have fun with this tree. The 5-foot tree that you're seeing right there is actually propped on top of something. So it's 34 inches in diameter. So while it's a full tree, you can still place it on top of things or on a table, a coffee table, something like that, and prop it up a little bit more if you'd like.
Absolutely. I'm glad you called out the dimension. 34 inches in dimension, as you said, on the 5 foot. On the 6.5 foot, 44 inches in dimension. And then the 7.5 foot is 49 inches in diameter. These are easy to put together as well.
They are. And so the 5 foot comes in 2 sections. The 6.5 and 7.5 are 3 different sections. And I'll just show you how this works. So what I was talking about was Swift Lock technology. And so I'm just going to prop up the top. And so you're seeing here, this is where all the technology is. The power is in the pole. So these connectors will connect to each section and will allow you to have that functionality with the incandescent lights. All of the sections are also labeled, and there will be an arrow. Where's that arrow? Oh, right here. There'll be an arrow on each. All you have to do is line up the arrows, and then you just twist and lock. And so I'll show you that right now. I'm just going to line up the arrows, place it in, and then twist, and there you go. And so it's really that simple. They're very easy. They're all very lightweight. And so when you get this home, you'll have to do a tiny little bit of shaping, but it is ready shape technology. So once you do shape it to how you like it, it's going to stay year after year.
This is on our very best easy payment plan. The 5 foot is 6 easy payments, $29 and change. The 6.5 foot, 6 easy payments of $41 and change. And that 7.5 foot, 6 easy payments of $44 and change. Reduced shipping and handling will save you another $10. Great value no matter which size you pick. You're saving hundreds of dollars off of the comparable retail price. I am still finding needles from our tree, and it is July. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to string the lights. You don't have to check all the lights to make sure they're still working. The best part is, this tree comes with a remote control.
It does. It comes with a remote control that's actually tethered to the tree, so you don't have to worry about losing it.
Thank you.
And so, because I am definitely one that will lose the remote. And so there's so many fun things that we've added to this tree. So there is also a few dimming modes as well. So if you have this in your family room and you're watching TV and you just want it to go slightly dimmer, you can do that as well. And so now we're going to change it to, I have it on the twinkle function right now. And so the battery box is very simple, just an easy couple of switches. This is actually our slow twinkle. So just a nice, fun, slow twinkle. Next is glisten. And then the fast glisten, which is just my favorite. It's just that beautiful, slowly phasing in and out, but no light is ever completely out. And so that remote right here, you just tuck it behind your tree and you're good to go, and you can change whatever function you want.
That is fantastic. So we've got it for you in either the clear or the multi. The multicolor, a little bit more popular, edging a little bit ahead of the clear. We've got it in the 5 foot, we have the 6.5 foot, and then we have it for you in the 7.5 foot. And I want to remind you of that amazing value. Not only do we have this on our very best easy payment plan, but if you compare the comparable retail value to the sale price, you are saving hundreds of dollars no matter which way you look at it. You don't have to go out. We're going to send it right to you, and you can go ahead and decide where you want to put it. You know, Angela, my husband and I've always done a real tree. So we did a really big, like 12-foot real tree in our living room, but I also wanted to put something in a dining room. So that's when I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get the faux tree. This is beautifully lit. This is so lush and full that it really, at first glance, you can't even tell that this isn't real.
You really can't. I mean, we did such a good job, and it takes us so long to perfect the tree. And the noble spruce, again, our most lush, our most full, and it's our most popular tree because it's just that standard. It's a mid-profile tree, so it's not going to be super, super large, but it's not going to be a very thin, slim tree. It's a mid-size, perfect size for your home. Or like you said, if you want that second tree, go ahead and get it, because listen, some people still love real trees, and I totally get that. But if you want that second tree, or you want to add a little bit more light to a room, go ahead and get this.
And no needles.
Yes,
I'm going to
no
just
needles.
say that over and over and over. I'm like, where did they come from? They're still here. And I do vacuum, not as often as I should, but I do vacuum. I love that we've got it for you in a couple of different heights, too, because I think that 5-foot tree, maybe you've downsized. Maybe you used to do the big tree, and now you're saying, you know what, this is probably a little bit better for my space. Or maybe you've got that corner that you've been wanting something. This is a wonderful way to put it in there. If you like that 6.5-foot tree, this is really a nice middle middle of the road tree. And all of them not the pencil thin, but not too big, so they're not gonna have great width to them.
Yes.
And then I think 7.5-foot tree, this is traditional right here.
It is, and so the 7.5 tree fits perfectly in normal standard homes have 8-foot ceilings, so this will be perfect in those homes, and you can still put the star at the top of the tree.
That's a good point. What if I wanted to add extra lights? Can I do that if I
Sure,
want to?
yeah, you can definitely add extra lights to this, but also you did make a point about not worrying about any of the bulbs going out, and I do want to say something as well. So if a bulb does happen to go out, we do offer replacement bulbs, and so they're not going to take out the entire tree. All you have to do is just get the bulb that's out. We give you a tool, you just remove it and replace the bulb, and it's good as new.
Well, and see, that is so much easier than taking, you know, your 10 or 12 or how many strands you had from last year and you're plugging them all in. Don't you notice, like, when you get the real tree, it ends up taking a whole day to get the decorating done? You can put this together in like less than a minute. The lights go on, you just decide where do you want to put the tree and where do you want to put the decorations. That's pretty easy, and it comes right to your door. You don't have to go anywhere, which is nice too.
Oh, I love that. I also love having this. I usually do my tree right outside of my window, and so when people are driving by, they see the beautiful tree, and I really, really love that.
Well, and this is when you think about, you know, we see professional commercial light displays, and look, that's where you stop the car, you stop walking down the sidewalk, it turns your eye. This is the quality that you're getting from Bethlehem Lights, and you're getting it in your home to enjoy every day. You don't have to go run down to the center of town to go see it. You have it right in your living room.
You really do, and so I really love the technology that we've put into this tree, but also the beauty and the thought about it too. So we've really combined so many elements to give you this like all-star tree. You have the beauty of the noble spruce, the lifelike tips, and then again, that true incandescent fiery glow that takes you back to your childhood with the functionality of the, you know, your different functions and your timer modes as well. And so you can really do a lot with this tree, and I'm so happy and impressed with how Bethlehem has really improved over the years.
Well, and I'll tell you what, you're also getting it at great value because you get to save hundreds of dollars off of the comparable retail price. And would you mind showing us just some of the fun different lighting things we can do with this tree again?
Definitely, yes. So the remote right here, and so I'm going to actually switch it to a dim mode. So right there, it just dimmed very slightly. I'm going to hit it one more time. It just dimmed down a little bit further. Now I'm going to just actually put it right back on the normal twinkle.
Now it's dancing.
And so we're going to twinkle, and then this is just a little bit slower of a twinkle. You then have glisten. Beautiful.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah. I love how none of the lights ever fully go out. So they just kind of fade in and out slowly. And then of course you have your option to have either of these on a 4, 6, or 8 hour timer. So, which I love because during the holiday season, you are always in and out of your house. And so I love the fact that if you do have a 4-hour timer, if you're only going out for a couple hours, set it to that 4-hour timer, because I'm always the one that's thinking, oh God, like, you know, what did I leave on?
I know, right? Well, and so the tree itself plugs into the wall, and then the timer is tethered to the tree, the remote, so you don't have to lose it, which is good, because we've got too much going on anyway during the holidays. But this is how, you know what, maybe one day you want to have it nice and steady, maybe one day you want a little bit of that glisten. Customize it. It's up to you, and maybe you just change it depending on what song is playing on your Christmas album. So
Love
there you
that.
go. We have it for you in the 5-foot in both the clear and the multi, 6.5-foot in the clear and the multi, and we have it for you as well in the 7.5-foot in the clear and the multi. Beautifully done from Bethlehem Lights. This one is H209272. Crazy good value too. Thank you, Angela. That's beautiful. We want to remind you that if you picked up our today's special value, you can hang that on your Christmas tree too, because this is from Luminara. This is a beautiful flameless candle. You're going to get a set of 3 of them. They come to you in these beautiful hand-blown glass. I'm going to call it a globe, but you'll see that you have a wonderful opening, a little wreath. We have them for you in blue, we have them in champagne, we have them in pearl, and we also have them for you in red, and red has by far been the most popular. Basically, when we break this down, you are getting a set of 3 for what the cost of 1 would be. And notice, not just for the holidays, use these all year round. I love these. I love them. I love them. And more than 30,000 have been picked up since midnight. By the way, see the pumpkin right there? If you do them on auto delivery, you'll also get a set of Harvest that come to you in September.